Amazon sellers panic at suspension. Here's how to get reinstated. So here we do have a lot of Amazon suspension success lately. And you can see this is one of our employees, information provided, and we have reactivated your account. That's one of them that recently happened. Another one, this one was in April. We reviewed your information, provided you have reactivated your account. Amazon even said, best of luck selling. Okay, so there's a couple other ones. Awesome, right? But I'm going to go over how we do it so that way you can have a strategy that works for you. Now, what we did is we actually reviewed Amazon's business solutions agreement. You want to understand that because they usually mention section 2. So you can understand what happened. How does Amazon's policies affect what happened? What policies did you actually break? So go through Amazon's policies to see what policies you broke. And of course, figure out exactly what happened. If they're saying you did review manipulation, look at all of the data. Which ones or which Amazon ASINs were maybe affected, impacted, double check into that and try to figure out like the timeline of events so you can attack it. Which policies did you violate? Because you're going to want to mention those, what policies that were potentially violated. For us, we're actually going to be going through past appeals. So if we have an appeal where we've had it done successfully before, it's a lot easier for us because we can go through the past appeals. But what you're going to do next is actually call account health support. So even when you're suspended, as long as you're a professional seller on Amazon, you can call Amazon health support and ask them, hey, what ASINs were affected? What caused this? Ask them questions before you actually submit the appeal. That is one of the most important things, because if you submit an appeal of something that they don't want or that confuses Amazon, they might start asking for more information, and then now your job is 10 times harder to do. So you want to make sure, here's a special link to contact them if you can't. Sometimes this is showing, sometimes when you're suspended, it's not showing, but there is still a way to contact account health support. So keep that in mind. That's going to be your secret weapon to get your account reinstated and at least figure out what's going on. Number 4 is obviously writing the appeal. So here's an example of an appeal, right? But if we open it, I'm just going to give you a quick sample. In most appeals, not all of them, you're going to be writing out what went wrong, what you have done to fix the problems, and what you have done to prevent the problems from ever happening again. It's pretty much that simple. You're going to be making it concise. You're going to say I, don't say we, don't blame it on completely somebody else. Try to take accountability, right? And utilize that information. Make sure you have evidence. If you need a letter of authorization, you should be having that. All of that information should be provided to Amazon, as well as Amazon's policies that you've broken or that you've read to make sure this doesn't happen again. Number 5 is obviously going to be submitting the appeal. It is very difficult to get the first appeal accepted, even if it's a really, really good appeal. So just keep that in mind. If not accepted, you do want to double check and see what was missing. Sometimes they just want an affidavit, right? That just you swear that everything has been correct, right? Or a letter of authorization or something else. Now, if you think your appeal is perfect, you can escalate the appeal. So if you've gone back and forth a few times, you submitted the appeal, you called them, account health support, they don't know what the heck to do anymore. They're like, they keep saying the same things, even though you already submitted the documents they requested. You can escalate the appeal to an executive team. You can also ask account health support to escalate the appeal for you. It is very difficult and time consuming, but you can escalate it. And if it is escalated, most of the time it's reinstated within 1 day if they have enough evidence. Another way to escalate it is going to be x.com, formerly known as Twitter, where you can contact Amazon seller help and get an actual rep who will help you and walk you through. Last but not least is going to be the seller conference, Amazon Accelerate. We've had actual people who have went to this, made an appointment with Seller Cafe, which is an actual Amazon employee the Amazon employee reinstated them on the spot. So you can get reinstated. Sometimes they block you from actually attending the conference. So, it's kind of an extra backup plan if you wanted to try that. Last but not least is hiring an attorney. So here's an example of an attorney, Amazon sellerslawyer.com. So you can hire an attorney, and what they can do is actually talk directly to Amazon's legal department because they're attorneys as well. And this is what they did. They actually lifted a suspension and got $100,000 released for a client that they had. They said, our team went directly to Amazon's legal department with a detailed legal letter and proof of legitimate sourcing. The suspension was lifted and the funds were released. So totally possible to do. And of course, last resort, I do have a video on YouTube. You just type in how to create a second Amazon account or how to create a stealth account. You'll see it. You can create a stealth account, so a second backup Amazon account. Now, here's the cost for everything. If you wanted to do it all your own appeal, calling account, it's going to cost $0. It's just your time. If you hire an expert, like a consultant, usually it could cost around $2,000, $2,500. Maybe you can get it lower. Maybe it's going to be a little bit higher. Hiring an attorney is usually going to start at $3,000. Sometimes they start charging hourly, so it could go up to $5,000, even $10,000. If arbitration is needed, then you're going to be getting in the 10,000s. And then stealth account. This is most likely going to cost you $1,000 to create a backup second stealth account on Amazon. So those are your fees if you wanted to hire somebody. Now it's completely up to you. We can help you as well. If you go to our website in the description, we're happy to help, especially if we've done it before. We do have a list of appeals that we know that do work. So if it's kind of like, you sold as new, related accounts, counterfeits, order defect rate. We recently did one on customer reviews. We kind of have a template on how that works and exactly what to do to get you reinstated. So feel free to reach out to us, but of course, do your research first. And I would recommend attempting to do it yourself, but we're always here to help. That's it for today's video. If you want more Amazon videos, tell me what to cover next in the comments. If you learned something new, drop a like. And if you're an Amazon seller, I highly recommend subscribing to our channel because we're giving away great content that's going to help you in your Amazon journey. And of course, if you need help with increasing sales, anything mentioned in this video, or just help selling on Amazon, contact ehpconsultinggroup.com. I'm Josh Hackett, CEO of EHP Consulting Group, signing out.